Good morning. Thanks for joining in the weekly webinar for Mobile Pool Builder. Who do we have with us today?
Lisa with Sunray.
Hey, Lisa, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
Good deal. Good deal. How's your hand holding up? I know you had some. Said you had some. I think you had surgery on it or something a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's starting to get better.
Okay.
So,
Good deal.
the left unusable hand isn't behaving as it should.
Gotcha. Good deal. We'll wait a minute or so just see if anybody else joins in. Last week we had 4 or 5, so we'll see who. Sometimes it's 1 or 2, sometimes it's a handful. So give everybody a couple minutes and then.
Right, and I intended to join in last week. However, I realized it was a day later.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and if if there's and what I've been trying to do too is record them and put them on our YouTube channel. So if you can't, if that time doesn't work for you, so it is on the. I'll try to remember to send you the YouTube link too. So we kind of put those up there. So if you whatever reason this don't work for you, then kind of know what we went over, and then so we'll and I can kind of go over some things just real quickly. It was some of the stuff I think I'd already shown you when we talked a couple weeks ago, but we just a couple of things we changed. But hey, we'll see. We'll go ahead and get going. So we've been doing some time lapse with some of the pictures and stuff. So we're trying to figure out how to implement these into as far as where they'll generate and everything in Mobile Pool Builder. But so I'll show you a couple of them here. I'll pull up here. So these were taken with the Mobile Pool Builder camera. So this particular job here, I think they had their settings set to, I want to say they had it set to like every 15 minutes, which is typically what most people will do. Right. And it was about, I think it was a total of about 6,000 pictures. It went over a course of, I want to say back from September through like Christmas time. So kind of just a something, and you can slow this, or the tool we use to do this, we can slow this down, but all the way out. But yeah, obviously if you're, not wanting to spend 20 minutes looking at the same thing, but just kind of something we're trying to figure out how to implement this, kind of give it where we can give this to you, or if you wanted to share this with your customers or what, whatever after the pool build, or have for your own reference, and, have for marketing purposes or whatever. But this one was pretty decent. We've got one other we'll show here too. They're not too extremely long, but just kind of gives a just a pool being built in 2 minutes.
Right, so. Exactly, which is actually kind of cool to see.
Yeah. So this one I think they had it sitting on like a patio table, and you'll see the chair kind of get moved in front of it every
the
parts of it here, but yeah, so we're trying to, like I said, we're trying to figure out how to implement this, where to auto generate. One of the concerns we have is like, if you got because it's taking these pics, basically basing off the pictures, and if you have somebody like whatever reason you want to take some pictures out there, you don't necessarily want to include it in the somebody forgets there's a camera out there.
Yes.
You don't necessarily want that on there. So I don't know. I think we could probably automate it, but it's probably going to be where a human's going to have to look at it just to make sure that everything's okay before releasing it. And so
we don't need anybody adjusting their underwear or
exactly. So like I said, you never know, maybe the dog got loose and you're trying to you forget, whatever. So yeah, this one here, I think this one goes for about 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then but yeah, so. And this one, I think it was about 5,000 pictures total, and it went from, I want to say, I think it went from November to like early March, and then
wow.
Of course, so it was. I don't know if it was the rain. You'll see it kind of.
Yeah.
They had a lot of the boards kind of floating around.
Yeah. We've all encountered that many times, I'm sure.
Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, you'll see that and then, of course, the only thing I don't like about this one is like the the days that the pool was filling up, they seem to unplug the camera so you don't see the coolest part where the water fills up. So,
Right.
but let's see what happens here.
I have to tell you though, no, it does not matter how many times I see a pool built. These trades guys are just impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so this one turned out pretty nice. It was
It did. It's pretty.
then let's see, I won't bore you to death with because I know you see this stuff all the time, but yeah, just trying to get, kind of, because some people are kind of on the fence about the camera or whatever, and of course sometimes you run into logistic challenges with, whether you have Wi-Fi, or because I think that's one of the things we've been running into. So you got a new construction job going on and you don't have Wi-Fi or electricity out there, and so we had a guy, what was it, one of our other builders, they called earlier this week, and they're having the contractors claiming hey, you guys pulled this tarp off, and they were asking if we could go back and look at it, and we don't have the DVR feature set up yet. The technology's there, but we don't have the infrastructure in place to handle it right now.
Right.
But they had their pictures set to take every 120 minutes, so that didn't really help out a whole lot, because whereas if they'd had it set to every 15 minutes,
and then you saw the tarp off.
Yeah, exactly. If they'd had it set to every 15 minutes, at least you could have seen okay, this guy was there, and then after he's gone, the tarp's gone or whatever, just kind of
Right, and I think everybody runs into that. We had an incident, I guess probably last year, where we were building a pool behind a house that was being built, and we have a select number of home builders in this area that don't mind if we're working behind the house as they're building the house, and then there are others that say no, no other builders can be in there while we're building the home. And so last year we had this builder that we've worked with for many years, and we were building a pool behind their house, and it's a tiny, tiny, tiny little space. This pool really only had 7 foot of water in width.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a tiny, tiny pool. It really was a large bathtub is really what it ended